Explorers. So I was going through your whole number and place value unit quiz, and I noticed that a lot of us are still confused about decimals and expanded form. So Miss Tate is here for you today to show you this on paper, okay? So I'm going to kind of give you a lesson right now, and then you're going to go with your teachers in your homerooms and practice that exact lesson. All right? So let's look at our decimal place value chart. We have ones, tenths, and hundredths. Ones, tenths, and hundredths. I want us really to pay attention to this sound, the THS sound. That means that these are parts and not wholes. I also really quick just want to write the word wholes here because I think a lot of you were confused by that. A lot of you are writing H, and I understand because normally wholes is spelled with an H, but wholes is actually spelled with a W. This means that these are whole things. They're not parts like what's happening over here. Okay? You should notice that I color-coded our different place value units. So the ones are blue, the tenths are red, and the hundredths are green. I'm going to practice saying this first one. 3 and 58 hundredths. 3 and 58 hundredths. That means that we have 3 wholes. Think of 3 whole dollars, 5 dimes, because dimes are like tenths, and 8 pennies. This last one is 7.6, but that we know that's not the correct way to say it. It's 7 and 6 tenths. So we're going to go through a few examples, but I just wanted to give you a quick little preview. We know that the decimal's job is to separate the wholes from the parts, and we also know that the decimal always says the word, you guys know, the word and. So let's check at this example. This says 1.37. I need to automatically know this, friends. When a decimal has 2 digits after the decimal, it's in the hundredths place. When a decimal has 2 digits after the decimal, it's in the hundredths place. So once again, I have my ones in blue, my tenths in red, and my hundredths in green. I'm going to show you how I want to shade this. This 1 means that I have 100 hundredths. Think about 100 pennies, you then have a whole dollar. So I'm literally going to shade an entire 1 in. And in a little bit, you guys are going to get a paper that looks just like this, and you're going to color code them as well. So I'm literally shading this 1 whole in. If this 1 was in the tenths place or the hundredths place, I would shade a lot less in. It would still be 1. So this represents 1 whole. Now I'm going to go to my tenths place and pick my red. I don't know my colors. When I think about this, I'm going to show that these are 3 tenths. Tenths have 10 pieces inside. Think of a dime, it has 10 pennies. So I'm going to shade 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths. Notice I did shade 3 in, but I actually really shaded in 30. That's because in 3 tenths, there are 30 hundredths. Let me say that again. In 3 tenths, there are 30 hundredths. 3 dimes are the same as 30 pennies. Now I'm going to go to my hundredths place. That's just these little cute pieces, okay? In my hundredths place, these are just like my pennies. 100th, 200th, 300th, 400th, 500th, 600th, 700th. I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. Which of these is larger? Ones, tenths, or hundredths? Think about it. This is awkward because it's on my face. So the one that is the largest is the ones place. That is 100 hundredths. Let's write this as a fraction. Well, I know that I have 1 whole. That's my blue. I know that I have 3 tenths, and I know that I have 7 hundredths. The number on the bottom is our denominator. That's how many pieces it takes to make a whole. Right now I don't have a whole. I have parts. That's why this number should be 100. Okay? In word form, we're going to say 1. What does the decimal say? It says the word and. 1 and 30. I'm doing this upside down, so give me some credit. 7. What word needs to come next? This is not complete. 1 and 37. What? These are all hint, hint, hint. 2 numbers after the decimal. Hint. These are all hundredths. Be careful how I spell this word. I literally spell the word hundred, and then I put T-H-S. Hundredths. That tells us they're parts. Ooh, parts. Now I'm going to write it in expanded form. I'm going to start with my number. 1.37. This is the spot that we're really focusing on, friends, because almost all of my children had this question wrong on their test, okay? 1.37. I'm going to first write 1 like my $1. That's my 1 whole. Now I'm going to write plus 1.3. Those are my 3/10. This is the part that got so many of us. My hundredths, I cannot put my hundredths in the tenths place. I cannot put my hundredths in the tenths place. So many of you guys did that. My tenths have to go here. So I put a 0 in the tenths place. My 7 goes in the hundredths place. Okay? So it's like $1.30 and then 7 more cents. Notice I put a 0 here because a hundredths number has 2 digits after the decimal. I can do my awesome twister and show that I have the same number, 1.37. Wahoo! Last but not least, I want to do the expanded word form. Expanded word form means I'm going to say, what do I have? Well, I have 1 whole plus, how many tenths do I have? 3/10 plus, how many hundredths do I have? I must find my green marker. I have 7 hundredths. This is gonna really make sure that we're practicing and understanding each of our pieces. Okay? 1 whole, 3/10, 7 hundredths. Let us look at this again. 1 whole, 3/10, 7 hundredths. It's all color coordinated. Notice that the 3 here is in the tenths place. The 7 here is in the hundredths place. It goes back to our place value chart. Our hundredths have to have 2 digits after the decimal. 2 digits after the decimal. Okay? Let's try one more with tenths. I know these are tenths. I should know that because there's only 1 digit after the decimal and there are 10 pieces inside. So I'm going to go with my blue marker. I got to show 2 wholes. Well, 2 wholes, 1 whole, and 2 whole. That's 20 tenths. If you had 20 dimes, that would be 2 whole dollars. Now I'm going to put my decimal here. My decimal separates the wholes from the parts. I hope that's what y'all said. Okay, so now we're going to show 8/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice that these tenths are the same as this idea. There's 10 hundredths in there. 10 pennies, 1 dime. Okay? Now we're going to write a fraction for this. Well, I have my 2, which are my wholes, and I have 8. What number should be on the bottom? Think to yourself, what number is going to be on the bottom in our fraction? The number that's going to be on the bottom is the number 10, because this is 1 digit after the decimal. That's the tenths place where my dimes go, and there are 10 pieces inside here. The way I say this is 2. Friends, look at how I spelled 2. Last week, a lot of you spelled 2 like T-O-W. That's toe. T-W-O. Toe like a tow truck, not toe like the toe on your foot. 2, and, think about why I said the word and. I'm now at the decimal. 8. What am I going to say? There's a hint. It matches this, it matches this. 2 and 8. Hopefully you all said tenths. THS again, because these are parts. My expanded form. I'm going to write my number. 2.8. Now I'm going to break it down. That's like $2 and 8 tenths. 2.8. If I added that up, I would get 2.8. Da 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 da. Wahoo! Lastly, my expanded word form. 2, what did I write before? 2 wholes, because I have 2 holes in my blue. These are whole pieces, these are both ones. Plus 8 tenths. Tenths. Oops. Not under there, okay? 2 wholes and 8 tenths. Tenths are a pinch easier because there's only 1 number after the decimal. These are tenths and these are hundredths. Now what you're going to do is your teacher is going to pass you 3 different colors of markers, 1 to represent the wholes, 1 to represent the tenths, and 1 to represent the hundredths. Then you are going to fill in. You're going to pick 1 color for each of those place values. So my blue was for wholes, my red was for tenths, my green was for hundredths. You have 3 hundredth examples, and then you have 3 tenths examples. You're going to go through them and do exactly what I did. Your teacher can rewind the video to help you with the different tenths or hundredths. So you're going to do shade 1.76 in right here, with your wholes, tenths, and hundredths. Do the fraction, write it how you say it, do the expanded form, and do the expanded word form. So for example, this one would say 1 whole plus 7 tenths plus 6. I'll let you figure that out. Thank you so much, explorers. Best of luck. Work hard.